to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
How about a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Come on, man. Come on, dude. I didn't know we're on. I can't look at this much beauty and not get a 5 count in, brother. Come on.
Are you talking about looking at yourself on the monitor?
No, I'm looking at you, James. You're hot as a baker. And you're naughty by nature, not because I hate you. These little dummies that we got working back here, these dum-dums, are so concerned because the PS5 is out today. One hand on the game controller, the other hand square in that b-hole.
Sure.
Square in that b-hole. That's all they talk about is the new PS5 is out. It is sold out everywhere, Jabes. PlayStation 5, Walmart. People are tearing their arms off. There is a kid here that I'm looking at. Now I'm on Twitter, and again, forgive me if this is fake news. He has no arms, a lot of blood, but he's got a PS5, and he's just kind of hopping with it between his legs out the front door of a Walmart. He got it, but lost both of his arms in the process. He is en route to a hospital in Florida, where they're going to try to attach the arms and let him play, hopefully by 8 p.m., they said. So they're hoping he can play video games by 8 p.m.
Okay.
Who are the ones that you're looking at tonight here, Fake Dan? You got it? Do you guys have this thing? Because I know both you guys are
I'm simping
gamers.
for it hard, and that's why there's no counting this morning, guys. I'm sorry. I'm over here on Craigslist trying to suck a hobo's dick for a PS5.
Yeah.
And, I'm really apologize, Ross.
Okay.
You're simping hard for it.
Simping hard for it, dude. Simping ain't easy. No. It ain't easy. That's proven. I haven't played video games in a very, very long time. However, when I did, I can't even say I was the best at it. I wasn't very good. I wasn't good at it. But I finally won one time. Today is the opening of the Masters.
Ooh.
It's a tradition unlike any other, James.
Sure.
Obviously, it's the Masters. Mm-hmm. And we would play this Tiger Woods game. I don't know the name of it. Don't even care, right? All I know is this. We bought a green jacket from a thrift store, like a tweed one. And it was, you get the green jacket if you win the Masters. So it was mandatory that you would to take off the jacket and put it on the winner and then pose by the mantle, which we called Butler's Cabin.
Sure.
Which is where the winner of the Masters gets his green jackets. And we did the whole thing. But the deal was this. It was hard because you had to take a picture, frame it. So you'd go to Hobby Lobby, frame the picture, and then put it up. And then those were displayed everywhere. I'm not very good at video games, but I did win once. Not going to lie, it might have involved an edible that I was not prepared for. Okay? But I was locked in. I was locked into this game, and I finally won, and I finally got my green jacket. I'm a one-time winner, but I did win, right? And it was the last game at that apartment complex in Los Angeles when we first moved there.
Oh, you were that age?
Yes. I was young. I haven't played video games in
I thought you were
a very long time.
Younger.
I'm 32, so that was probably 9 years ago, Mm-hmm. Yeah, somewhere in that 32 range. The doctors have never recovered my birth certificate, so I don't know at this point.
Right.
Just guessing numbers off
right.
the top of my head here. But I want to say 31, 32, not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure. Could be late 20s. Either way, that's how long ago that I've played video games, simply for the fact that probably the same reason I yell at my child for it, where it's like, man, there's so many better things you could be doing in life. And if I didn't make that choice to put the controller down and actually start writing books and all that stuff, like, would I be a New York Times bestselling author today, James? No. Would the last book have been #1 in the world? No, because I would have been playing video games all day. Therefore, I made the right call, I think, in this life. However, I will recognize that the last Fortnite champion won, $16.5 million on that? What was his take home on that? What was it? We've got 3 guys back there and not one answer.
You got to think it's more.
We
than the
just
book,
keep
though.
adding people with no answers back there.
3 million.
3 million off of Fortnite was the last winner. My God, man. One match, one game, or does that go all day?
Yeah, so everyone who plays in the World Cup finals gets a minimum of $50K just for playing.
Are you kidding me?
And then the winning duos in each team gets $3 million. It looks like it's a kind of like a
Gross.
golf tournament.
Gross.
That's Rob, by the way. We're gonna have to think of some kind of nickname for you.
I'm sure it won't be hard.
It won't be hard, and it'll just come naturally. I think. It'll be very organic.
What do you Kardashian your hair for? It looks beautiful. You don't
What?
need to. You ever watch the Kardashians and it's every shot is just them petting it, and you're like, what are you doing with that hair? You look great. Leave your body and face alone. Let the people see a majestic lady like yourself.
You coming at me today?
Not at all. You look great.
You better not be coming at me.
They don't want to see a Kardashian.
Come for me unless I send for you.
But I don't get down on that. However, I will say this: when I was locked in on the edible and I won the Masters, it reminded me of last night's Netflix adventure. You know.
Oh yeah, you started the Tiny Baby Girl show.
Yep, I did.
That's called something.
What's that?
Gambio?
Nah, well, keep going.
Gambit?
You'll get it. You'll get it.
No, what is it?
Queen's Gambits.
Queen's Gambit.
So Netflix is doing this fun little flirty thing where it's like Twitter now, where they're like #1 trending. Here it is, and they're just auto playing trailers now. When you pop open the thing, we just put the kids to bed. You know, you and I are relaxing with one another. I pop on Netflix, and all of a sudden, oh, blah, you hear this loud trailer, and you're, oh God, don't wake up the baby. The baby's sleeping. I don't know what to do. Diving for the remote control. That's what happened. So I became frustrated with that show because they've been just jamming it down my pee hole, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm good on the Queen's Gambit with this little redhead. Kind of looks like Emma Stone, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was #1. It was trending #1 for like 3 or 4 days. Finally, last night, I was like, you win, Netflix. I'll give myself to you. I'll give myself to you. It's like Nexium, you know? I would have just laid my body up there to the sex cult of Netflix, right? Finally pressed it, and I said, what is this about? I want you to tell the audience what you said, Jessie.
I said it was some Harry Potter, Fantastic Beast, fucking make 'em up, magical, whimsical show.
Right.
And that is just my total judgment of the thumbnail that Netflix puts up, which, by the way, whoever does the thumbnails for Netflix
needs to be fired.
Sucks.
Shot, dragged, and Epsteined. When I popped it on, I was like, man, well, I'm not really into sci-fi or the magical shit, you know?
Right.
I don't want to see like a boy turn into a toad and then he's talking to people and, you know, handing out trick-or-treat baskets. I don't want to see any of that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I turned it on and I was like, it starts. And I'm like, well, maybe. It's about an orphan, right? I was like, maybe she grows up and has mystical powers. And then I clicked info when you went to the restroom and it said, nope, it's about a 13-year-old chess prodigy who is addicted to drugs. Nowhere near someone's vivid sexual fantasy that you went into last night of your description. Needless to say, the little girl gets locked into chess by consuming large amounts of drugs, some form of Quaaludes, right? I was in. You went to sleep after the first one. I ended up watching another one. I could have watched the entire goddamn series of Queen's Gambit last night because I was all in on that. Business, Netflix, I apologize. I do. I want to apologize. Usually, I don't like people tracking my shit or all over my face and all my body parts. But this one, I was all in for. And if it wasn't trending #1 and then they didn't jam it down my throat, I would have missed the magic of it. You're squenching up over there. What's going on?
My nose itches.
Yeah? It's a little pungent in here, huh?
No, my nose itches.
Oh, I didn't know if it was a little pungent in here.
No.
They just cleaned the office. So when I went back there, I asked her for a couple cakes. You know, she didn't know what I was talking about.
Right.
I go, can I get a couple cakes? Mm-hmm. And she's Spanish or Latino or Latinx. Is that what we're going with?
Latinx, yep.
Yep, she's Latinx. And she did not know what that meant. She thought I needed some physical cakes for my mouth to eat some type of sweet or reward at a birthday party. And that was not true. We needed urinal cakes.
Right.
The septic tanks here in Texas, we're still getting adjusted to that whole sitch. And it's pungent back there.
Right.
It stinks.
Right.
So I didn't know if you were catching a backdraft of that. I didn't know if Kurt Russell was underneath the door.
No.
Okay.
No.
What's going on in your world today, Japes?
Nothing. It's Little Friday.
Yeah.
It's a Little Friday. I was really just hoping to have a fun show. What do you think?
Yeah.
I want to just have fun.
Let's do it, James. What are you? Are you not having fun?
No. Like, it's just been a hard couple weeks, right?
No.
Are you feeling it? Are you in it? Are you in it still?
No, dude. I'm not in it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I've left, and like I had a great conversation on the way down to work. What she means by if you're in it still is like some people are still locked into the election.
Right.
I'm not. Like I'm out of it, and I think it's because I literally just had this conversation on the way to the office for 40 minutes probably. I was like, I did 58 hours worth of shows during election week. So for me personally, that was it. I was able to get all of that out of my system. And then watching the news, what the news has gone back to now on these networks is amazing. I mean, Trump just tweeted about it maybe 15 minutes ago where he was looking at the Fox News ratings, which have crashed. I mean, just gone to the basement. And he goes, looks like the ratings aren't doing so good now that the golden goose is gone. Referring to himself, which I love. I love. And we're
I
all
like
going to miss
that
that.
he said golden, right?
Yes.
He's acknowledging.
It is. He is. By the way, he is going to remain golden. The new book deal that is on the table, by the way, is looking like a hundo, $100 million. The Obamas only got 66. So if you wonder who's gonna come out of that one, the Obamas was a record breaker. That was a record-breaking deal. It was with my publishing company.
Oh yeah.
And they were all excited over there, and they were so great. They didn't give a shit about us, and we actually knocked Michelle Obama's book off of number one. And sorry about it. But when they said that, they'd said this is going to be the all-time record. I was like, it's not, because I signed that deal. I don't know if you remember, but I signed that book deal the day after the election in 2016.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because you and Matt were in New York for
everybody was protesting.
Craziness.
Everybody was protesting. We went to the McGregor fight that week.
Yes.
It was a blast.
Yes.
But they were so depressed when we walked in. And I remember at dinner, one of them was saying about the Obamas. And it was almost like a jab of like, well, we have the Obamas book coming out. Because his book comes out. My new one comes out. As the sun rises, it dawns on him. Comes out December 8th. But Obama's is out, I think, next week. Which will sell a gajillion copies and whatever, right? But that's when they had signed that deal was then. So like I knew about it back then.
Are you competing with the Obamas again?
No, I'm not. I can't beat it with this one.
Not beat it, but are they?
Yes, you will.
So you're like, is it every year, right? Yeah. You're right back there again. My gosh.
Last year was Michelle Obama. This year is what's his name? It's Barack. Never mind. Sorry about it.
I call him by his middle name.
What is it?
Hussein.
Oh yeah. It's Hussein. It's Hussein.
Just joking. Just joking.
Yeah. So with that, they were like, I never forget that they were like, they'll never beat it. Yes, he will. We're now up to 74 million votes that he has have gone to Trump. They finally called Alaska last night.
For Trump?
Yes.
I had said that in the beginning, didn't I?
Everybody did.
That was the state I was really, really watching for their 2 electoral votes.
3.
And 3 with the Eskimos for Trump, which I'm
Igloos for Trump.
Yeah.
Igloos
for Trump. But anyway, so we're done with it, right?
I am.
We're out of it.
Absolutely.
We're ready to just have some fun.
There is other people who aren't. Like I still I'm doing a political show next week, and I know we're gonna recap it on the news because there is some breaking news. That's all I'll say. Tune into Drinkin Bros news this afternoon. There is some breaking news regarding the recounts. So
right, but I will say there's
later.
just not a lot of other things going on, like you said with the Today Show when you're kind of out of the election or there's nothing more to talk about that.
Yeah.
Now you're just hardcore COVID, like you said.
Yeah.
And then even celebrity news is kind of like, You know what I mean?
Well, here's why, right? Hammer the like button if you're watching at home on YouTube. What do we got here? Can't drink all day if you start early. People are drinking watching the show already. I love it.
It's Little Friday.
Little Friday, baby.
Woo,
And
woo.
then Craigers is giving he's giving a shout out to the Blue Dragons this weekend. Look,
Nervous.
Final practice is tonight before I coach
Nervous.
the championship game on Saturday. I'm nervous. I took his jersey to Hobby Lobby to get it shadow boxed. Is that bad?
No. Does he need it for the game?
No, he doesn't need that one for the game.
Okay.
But I obviously Blue Dragons, hashtag Team of Destiny, hashtag God's Children, hashtag I'm the Vessel. You know, all of that, all of the things. Like, yeah, I'm getting a shadow box with a championship plate.
Yeah.
So that way it's ready to rock for the new sports set once it goes.
If they win, I'm going to put some edibles in their snack bar.
Whoa.
Just kidding. But they'd be champions.
They would be
and
champions.
they'd be men among boys.
Men among boys. But no, there is some breaking news on the recount and all that stuff. Some of the states still aren't in, which is weird, where it's like Alaska. It was at 70%. You couldn't call Alaska. What are we doing here? North Carolina. Like, he's already won North Carolina. There's 5 more states that still haven't been called yet. So, again, we'll talk about it on Fake News on Drinkin Bros today.
Right.
But me personally, I have moved on from it. Others have not. And the others would be like the Today Show and everything else. Don Lemon, like you were saying, where it's like they have to acknowledge how boring their content has become. Celebrities, it's the worst because we're headed towards another lockdown, another COVID shutdown here, it appears. The entire SEC is off this weekend pretty much except for one game. Ohio State got canceled this weekend. New York has got a curfew now of bars and restaurants at 10 p.m. I saw Nipple Ring Cuomo, get on and say that he was going to write a summons. So if you were in the bar and you were serving or it was still open or the restaurant was still open, they were going to write you a ticket in New York. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Oh,
you know?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
Especially
fuck you, Cuomo.
Right. Especially since, New York really did it. New Yorkers, took it seriously. And they took a lot of pride in being like, we did it. We did it right. We really shut it down. Everyone else is stupid. I bet they're going to be real happy to just do that again, right?
Again, well, I can't figure
Go
out
right back in.
where the spike came from. It's almost like there was an event last Saturday where 3 million New Yorkers were on the streets, but I don't know what it was.
So I listened to this podcast that they're very, very, like a lot of podcasts are, because you have to be because of advertisers, but very, very into, we're socially distanced. We're doing our Zoom. We're doing our show that we usually do in a studio. We're doing it on Zoom still.
What podcast is that?
It's Unhappy Hour, for example. But it's in New York, There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them that are in New York, and they're still very much apart. But they were talking about the night or the Saturday that they found out Biden won,
yeah.
and they're very much about the mask and social distancing. And they were like, yeah, and everyone was so excited, and everyone came down from the buildings, and they were all just so happy partying. There was a DJ, and I was like, but
the mask and the distance.
But then you're still doing your show.
Yep.
From Zoom?
Yeah. Pussies.
Because you want to be safe. Anyways, point is, they're coming up with, they have vaccines. What? What?
Pussies. Herd immunity. I'm going to out you. I'm going to out what you said because you're with me on this.
Okay,
People don't know that Jessie and I, this is real life, and this is what we do at home. I'm going to read this text that you sent to Giorgio.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't
Whoa.
at me, bro. Okay, go ahead.
You're outing both of us simultaneously.
I know.
Am I?
Wait.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. These people, the Nooners deserve to know.
Okay,
These
you
are
have to
basically
get
our
his
family.
permission. I don't care, but you have to get his permission.
I feel like we always have Giorgio's permission. He's showing his dick on OnlyFans. We're good to go, right, Giorgio?
This is true.
Giorgio, do we have your permission?
We
You
your
have my permission.
Great. So hammer the like button for Giorgio. If you hammer it and get it past 100, we're at 99 likes right now. Hammer it past 100, and I'll tell this Giorgio story real quick.
Oh my gosh,
because-
that's a good idea.
Yes,
I
yeah.
like that.
Go,
okay,
there it is. There it is. We got past 100. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So, we get a text from Giorgio that came to you, me, and Real Dan Holloway. And he says, hey, guys. Sorry to message so early. Last night, a girl I hooked up with on Wednesday said she tested positive for COVID. Coming into work, but I want to let everybody know, since this is the first time something like this happened, I think, in Giorgio's defense, I think he was genuinely hoping like we would say, hey, no, take your time, you know?
No, I know.
Quarantine yourself.
No, I know.
For 14
well,
days.
I first asked, I was like,
No.
okay, do you think
No.
Dan do it?
So Jessie Wiseman's text message back, I'm just going to read this verbatim to you, said, I don't think you can get COVID from butt stuff, so you're good. And you're is spelled Y-E-R, exactly like she talks on the show. And then all of a sudden, like, we didn't hear anything from Giorgio, and he went and got tested and it just came back with a bubble that just said COVID negative.
COVID negative. And what did I write after that? I said, good job, buddy. And I have to say, I told you so. So yes, but look, that was my way of making him feel better. Because he was probably like, oh, fuck. Did you want to stay home?
No, I would have just felt bad if people cared more than we said we did. Because I am clearly the dirtbag that I really am, but I was just concerned.
I know that. Look,
maybe
I've
Jess
chumped up, dude. I've
wasn't.
had
She
it.
has
It ain't.
kids,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know there is fake Dan here with a pre-existing condition, which I think is
we're fine. His
Am I
pre-existing
coping this right?
condition, though, isn't. Yeah, that's not like. I don't know that would trigger that, right? Would it?
Make me shit my pants.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think so.
Can we say what that is?
Yeah,
Are we allowed?
I have Crohn's.
Crohn's.
Yeah.
It's where you just shit yourself. So you just shit yourself a little bit more than normal. Maybe not. Like, look, when I had it, yeah, it's like every 2 hours. Is that where you're going now?
No, not even.
Oh, well, shit. That's what I was doing on
remission. So it's like, yeah.
Oh, you're in remission.
Remission, yeah.
So with COVID, it was it's like a diarrhea every couple hours, right, for like 3 or 4 days, and that's kind of it. Obviously, I've had it, so it's herd immunity up in this bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck, right?
And I think I had, I got a negative test, but
Yeah.
I don't want to Alyssa Milano, but
Of course.
it was pretty bad.
I was pretty sure I had it in March, so I was really concerned about how.
So that's when I had it
again.
You
Yeah.
were there, right? You were in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Everybody in that studio had it. Like, let's be real. We were all working together. We didn't stop, and I certainly didn't stop.
I lost my taste and smell then, but I just didn't want to tell anyone.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't, look, I herd immunity up in this bitch. Those podcasters knew, oh, I'm afraid of it. Go out and get it, you fucking put. Unless you're like one of the former
not
stars from My 600-Pound Life.
Right. They're not afraid of it. It's all because that's what people want them to say, and it makes,
Yeah.
it's the thing that you're supposed to say, although they'll run down to the street and be in a big party for Biden.
Yep.
But then be like, don't worry, everyone, we're being safe. And you know you're not.
Yeah, I here's what I would love to know, right? New Yorkers, if they could do some type of polling, maybe Nate Silver could try to redeem himself just on one poll. We now know the 538 stands for how many polls he's gotten wrong since the only one that he got right. Fuck you, Nate Silver. Go do a poll of New Yorkers next week when all their businesses are shut down and ask them this. Would you have changed your vote? Knowing what you know now, you dumb
you're
fucks.
So happy, party it up, because it's going to be quote unquote a dark winter.
A dark winter, and
we say we're over it, and now we keep talking
No.
about it. But
It's
anyway.
not that. Because so here's what I'm not over. It's a perfect segue, actually.
Okay.
Here's what I am not over now is because Trump is gone, because the election is over, and they don't have a story. All of the attention goes back into COVID now, right? And it's the end of days. So now everything that is on is the end of days. Yesterday, we talked about the Thanksgiving thing, and I went on a nice little beautiful rant on that. Beautiful. It's huge. Today, on the Today show, they said we now want to keep it at 4. Or no, 5. Was it 5 people? Yeah, 5.
5, because I was like, who's the fifth wheel? Like, that's not fair. Like, you're going to be like, couple, and then
Giorgio.
you've got to choose between a...
We have one, yeah. We have one.
We have a +1. It's
I'm
Giorgio.
here. Hi.
So the only thing that I'm going to be pissed off about, like, and I hope Texas remains Texas, is Bill Burr is coming here next month. We have tickets. I do not want to miss Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That would be really pissed off. The COVID thing and all that. Like, let's not cancel Bill Burr. You know what I'm saying? Let's get him in here.
Yeah.
I want to see Bill Burr. I have not seen him live, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah. I haven't either.
Yeah, he's one of very few that I haven't, I don't think. But yeah, man, he's one of the very best, if not the best. Him and Chappelle, in my opinion. I want to see Bill Burr. He's coming to Austin, Texas.
He is.
Next month. So if they shut down all of the shit and,
Well, I think he picked this specific theater for a reason.
Yeah, we've been there.
We've been there, and it's in a county that is like very much.
We specifically bought a house outside of Austin city limits, so that way.
We have the highest cases. But anyway.
Because we got the highest parties, baby.
Exactly. But look, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that there was maybe some strategy involved with that.
I think so.
Because
I think so, yes.
It's backwoods.
Correct.
It's in the country.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing where.
You show up with a buck knife. Hey.
Yeah.
Give me a steak. Hold the silverware. I brought my own. This is God's country. You know?
Yep. That's why I got you that. Just for premium content only.
Premium content. No, man, I like my steak raw. Don't worry
Do
about it.
I need to sharpen that, though?
No.
Oh, okay.
Plenty sharp.
Is
I
it?
did it on my own outside with the...
With your boot?
Side of my boot.
With the side of your boot.
And then
yeah.
I lit a match off that and smoked a Pall Mall, no filter, and said sorry about it. By the way, at the same venue, Paul Wall is actually playing there.
That's going to be an interesting.
Paul Wall, baby.
Paul Wall. Also,
Drive slow, homie, and Sticks. So we went into a deep Sticks hole last night.
We like to do this from time to time. Unfortunately, we cannot do it on the show because we would be flagged. But
yes.
We went through the catalog, and it was
Yeah.
one of those amazing times where you're like, oh, they did.
Yeah,
oh, that.
yeah. It was, man, so when Sticks was coming, because you get so desperate for any form of like live entertainment or just human interaction. That's what I loved about our election show that we did. We had 300 people raising their dicks off, and I was chugging beers. Literally out of a boot or a Freedom Eagle with Alex Jones within, 60 seconds of the show starting?
Yeah.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
Live on stage, Texas. Yeah, baby. So at this venue that we went to, it's 2,000 or 3,000 people outdoors. Rad. You can drink. People were girls were dancing on tables next to us.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit. If Bill Burr's coming here, man, they've got to be booking this out. And so we went and speed dialed it last night. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Oof. Look, I respect the hits. Okay.
Cherry bomb.
Yeah, like I respect all the hits.
I love Kristen Stewart.
I love rock and roll. Oof.
Oh yeah.
She wasn't bad. She wasn't bad in that movie. I'm not gonna take my pants down and dump all over her.
She wasn't good.
I'm not gonna pull my pants down and diarrhea all over her. She was all right in that movie. But Styx was on that lineup, and I was like, oh man, you were like, who's Styx? Styx is one of those bands, and it's a perfect question. It's one of those bands where you're like, man, do I know them? Do I not really know them? We blasted our B-holes to about 12 or 13 hits in a row last night.
Well, I said, just sing me one Styx song so I can.
And what did I start with last night? Stroke me,
oh, stroke me. You should have started. Oh, mama.
Well, that was second.
Yeah,
that was my second one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Rextus. He danced to that in college. That's where I learned of Styx, was through Ryan Rextus. He was on the show, childhood friend on the show. But I'm gonna popped right up on the old iPhone. It's almost like they're listening to me. You don't say.
You were just looking at it last night.
You don't say. But I know. But I was blasting out some other shit on the way down here. I was blasting out Phil Collins.
Okay.
Especially after that divorce proceeding yesterday that we found out about. Yeesh.
Stinky Phil.
Gross. You want to have a good time, read that divorce report. He didn't shower or brush his teeth for a year. I just sleep in another bedroom.
His scent was so
stunk.
Pungent. She
Pungent,
had to
Sleep in another
leave
room.
the marital home.
Yeah.
Was he writing an album or something?
No. He was an alcoholic.
Don't even have that excuse.
He was a depressed alcoholic, which is even better.
Same thing.
So Renegade was obviously on there. Oh, mama. Am I going to get flagged for that? Was that too exact?
Yeah.
Was that too exact?
Yeah.
Shit. Come Sail Away.
Yeah.
Come sail away.
That's how I found out about them.
But a lot of people found out about them
The
too. Mr. Roboto.
I was gonna say the Cartman rendition on South Park.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loves South Park. I watched it one year and that's it. Like I was all done with that after that. But everybody loves it. Dan loves it. Both Dans love it. Babe, Too much time on my hands. Too much time on my. I didn't know the Boat on a River song. That's the only one I didn't know. So sorry, Styx. Lady, Best of Times, The Grand Illusion. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, big fan. But this is one where you can definitely take some psychedelics. So I don't want to fully hallucinate where, I'm seeing my grandmother ride a rattler. Like, I don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. But I want to be partially there where it's like, oh, shit, that's a tracer, Like, that's from 98 at Allman Brothers. Like, Allman Brothers or something where it's like, oh, man, there's a tracer. Like, I don't want to go full acid trip for something like this.
A trail?
Yeah.
Oh,
tracers, too, like where you just see streaks of lines where you're just like, whoa, dude. Oh, okay. Tracers?
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Trails.
Tracers are like, man, it's like a laser show inside your mind where you're like, whoa, those are coming at you from two angles there.
Fun.
For me, it's always two lines on each side where it's like, whoa, holy shit. I'd love Daniel Day-Lewis to play me in my own biopic. Throwing that out there. But with that, Giorgio, you know a guy who's got the mushrooms in caps, right? Was that you or Dan?
I do know the guy, and his name is D'Anthony Holloway.
He's the one that's got them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in his kitchen drawer, the one right beside the microwave.
Easy.
Okay, great. Well, nobody's going to Dan's house. Let's face it.
Yeah, good luck getting into Dan's apartment.
Yeah, Jesus, because there's 90 guns and like 15 locks,
4
dogs,
booby traps,
everything. Yeah. I think he's got a moat too around that building. I think he just built a moat.
We ordered the crocodiles yesterday.
Yeah, they'll be in probably Thursday or Friday due to COVID, obviously. But with that, he had these in these capsules, and they were like, "Hey, man, if you take it in 2, it's kind of like half the trip of what you used to do, whatever." And it was just like, "Oh, well, how the fuck do you know about this?" Apparently, everybody microdoses in Austin.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, ketamine, mushrooms, the whole thing. So I think Styx would be the appropriate band to be like, all right, let me pop a couple capsules in, and then as soon as those organs are, that kicks in. But what I will say is the meet and greet. Jessie goes, whoa, there was a meet and greet option for an extra $100, and I was like, sign me up. I got to get a pic with Styx.
Yeah.
And then what did you say to me last night?
What? That it was sold?
I believed you. Last night, by the way, you go, you know what they call Styx fans, right?
Oh, Piles.
Yeah, Piles. And I was like, what?
You're like, what? Really?
And you were like, yeah, man, Piles of Styx.
Piles of Styx.
Everybody, dude.
They're stick piles.
Yeah, stick piles. Piles of Styx. And I was like,
oh, dude, are you a pile?
yeah. And I was like,
me too, dude.
What? A pile of what? And you're like, Styx. And then you looked at me like I was an idiot, and I was like, shit, man, maybe that is what they call themselves.
Yeah,
it is not
funny.
what they don't call themselves.
And
Piles
I
of
also did
Styx.
it very monotone,
Yes.
kind of just like off the cuff, and he believed me.
And you went back to your phone like a game of
just kinda like
solitaire or something. I was
dummy.
like, oh, all right, cool, man. And
Clearly
then,
you aren't a fan.
And then
or
I looked it up.
pile.
A pile of Styx. Yeah, apparently I'm not pile. I'm not part of the pile, but I want to be. I don't know how old they are. I was looking up some of these albums.
Or they call them stick figures too.
The figs.
The figs, yeah.
Stick figs. They all walk in like this, like Mr. Roboto. I looked at some of the album drop dates on there, and don't know if that meet and greet would be the best idea.
In these times.
One of their first albums dropped in '75, so.
Okay, so you're saying they're
Could be rolling in,
No, they aren't,
Wheelchair!
dude. No, they aren't, dude. They color up. They keep
Do
the
they really?
beard going. Oh, yes. They keep the hair long. They color up.
Yeah. All right.
All
right.
They've gotten work done. They're really holding on.
Hey, man.
It looks like the average age is about 70.
70.
Yeah.
For Styx. All right.
Styx band members, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm saying, COVID and news outlets. Don't ruin this for me, okay?
Yeah.
I need to be a pile of sticks, okay? I want to be part of the pile. If I don't see Styx, and then all of a sudden, like, COVID hits, and then they fucking die, and it's over, like, that's it, right?
Right.
Guys, did you get in an argument if they did Jukebox Hero or not?
No.
Oh, you knew that?
No,
Off the
I-
cuff?
yeah.
They
You didn't-
did.
Yeah.
They did or they didn't.
They didn't.
Yeah, they
They
did not.
didn't.
No.
Did not.
Did not do Jukebox Hero, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Just
that.
making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but thank you, Giorgio, for starting fights. We need it. We really need your help with that one. How would you feel then, speaking of concerts, if someone you really wanted to see was playing and you had to have a vaccine to go to the concert?
Oof, who is it? Stones, yes, I'd do it. I get the fucking vaccine.
Okay.
Is that weird?
Is it weird that you would have to show that you got a vaccine to go to a concert, or are you now on the other side?
No. I'm to the point of what is it worth? What is it worth to me? Why is somebody doing this?
Right. So Ticketmaster is trying to bring back concerts, and they're talking about implementing either COVID test the day before or
Gross.
3 days before.
Gross,
and
yep.
coming with proof of your test or your
Proof of the vax?
Yeah.
Might as well just
And
get
it'll
a
probably just
scarlet
be
letter.
a card that you have in your wallet that's like, I've gotten the vaccine.
It might be a scarlet letter. They just let you wear that, just old school, just like a witch.
It feels weird, but like
So
when
all
I
right.
was thinking about the vaccine coming out, I had said, well, just have people take it that feel scared. Have people take it that are vulnerable. Have people take it that are like, I don't want to go in public unless I have it. And Dirty Dan made a good point of like, well, they're not going to let you travel. They're not going to let you do stuff until you have it. And I'm like, fuck, is that real? Can they do that?
So there's only one band right now that I would get a vaccination for. That's it. Well, shit. Oh, man, that is can I see a set list?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For what?
Oh, cool. You want to see my vaccine?
Right.
I want to see
Let
that
me see the
set
set list.
dog. Is there a coup of Angie? Angie!
Oh, okay.
So top of my dome, 2 bands that I would do it for off the top, okay?
Okay.
Cher. Yeah, I'm kidding.
It's BTS, right?
Dynamite? No, it's not. It's I'm not buying into BTS or any of their bullshit. Although I would fuck that. I'd probably fuck 3 out of the 5 of those dudes because they look like little ladies.
Little lady.
Little ladies. I'd probably fuck. Is it weird
Gorgeous.
that I'd fuck 3 out of 5 BTSs?
Porcelain skin.
Yeah. So, all right. In all sincerity, Stones, I would definitely get the vax for. Right?
Okay.
I'd get all shot up, dude, and to go see the Stones. And plus,
Okay.
I don't want them to die. So,
Yeah. You're protecting them.
Yes. Although I've had it, so it's like whatever, right? But that is one show that I would vax up for and be like, all right, cool, man. Stones are playing. All right, I'll do it. And then, God, the other one's gonna be weird. I feel
100
like
gex.
it's gonna be weird. What's up?
100 gex.
Who?
100
Hun-
gex.
100.
I'll let you do that. Like look that up offline.
100 kegs.
gex.
Gex. What's
Yeah.
that? Say it.
I'll let you look it up.
So,
It's a great duo. It's a really surprising that Dan just referenced that.
100 gex.
Wow.
You
Okay.
fucking turds, dude.
We're going to have fun over here.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. 100. I'm curious, everybody else. If you're on YouTube right now, first of all, hammer the like button. Tell me if you know what 100 gex is. Is this a band?
You could say that.
Rob, you're on right now.
Yeah, so these people are apparently from my hometown, and I've never fucking heard of them.
Yeah. What do they do? What's the whole sitch?
It's
I
the
guess-
music of the future.
It looks like a Swedish nightmare, but I guess it's from the Midwest.
Okay, great. Yeah, I not one prayer on this earth would I get a vaccination.
Hey,
for
guys, can you shut up? Just kidding.
that. 100 gex.
Well, I'm seeing it here, and I see this thumbnail, and I can't press it because I'll get
Can you put it up on the
flagged.
Well, can you put up the thumbnail of this band on the screen? 100
Can't even,
gex?
like,
You can't.
hear
Georgia's
it.
saying no.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
just show the audience what this
Anyways,
band looks like. So no,
Sorry.
it's a fucking acid trip you guys just took us down.
You cannot blame G for that.
No, I can't actually. I think the other one, oddly enough, because right before we came on air, there was a thread in Ross Patterson Revolution. There's a private page where you can post whatever you want. Kind of. Facebook is flagging shit now, which is awesome.
Yeah, they hate us.
Yeah, they hate everyone. So fuck them. I don't give a shit what you post or if you get banned or whatever. Just know that you guys made the group, therefore you run the group, and I'm not your fucking dad. I'm not going to tell you what to do, right? In there, somebody had posted a thread. There's a ton of comments that says favorite concert, go, right?
Oh. Nice.
So oddly
guys.
enough, before we got on air,
Okay.
that was in there. Let me see if I can pull it up. So the other band, oddly enough, because this is one of the craziest shows I've ever seen, is Pearl Jam. I'm like, am I a terrible person for
No, I would see. I mean, would it be better now, or is it still Pearl Jam, or does he just play by himself?
that? No, he's still Pearl Jam.
Okay.
He's still
Okay.
like, so I saw a show where he played for 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm
And it
a
was
little
the
bit
craziest
obsessed
shit of all
with
time.
him
Same.
as a person.
Same.
So
He's the best.
definitely, I would.
And it was on a Sunday night. I was at the Forum in LA, and I'm not sure if they tore that down and put up the new stadium, but either way, the Forum in LA, old school, where the Lakers used to play in the 80s, like the whole shit, right? And he played it was a Sunday night. Why Pearl Jam's playing on a Sunday night, I have no idea. But he played so late that people started leaving because they had to go to work the next day. So all of us just kept getting closer and closer to the stage. Finally, Eddie Vedder, and he'd been drinking, all he does is drink bottles of red wine on stage, which is
my man.
Right, but it's horrific for your voice.
Oh, sure.
Terrible for your voice, right? Even I know not to drink that when I'm doing live shows, where I'm like,
Right.
all right, cool, man.
I don't.
Yeah. You're going to sound like menswear else. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Are y'all ready to see this band?
Yes, pop it up. Pop
y'all
up the
ready
band.
for this?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 bam, 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 bam.
What do you got?
It's up there.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
So if Ross was wondering what non-binary was,
Gross.
this might be an
Non-binary.
example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Is it good at all? Honestly,
Wow.
no.
Oh, it's amazing. Dylan Brady's a really good producer.
Like, I wouldn't, I'm not opposed to
Yeah,
any-
like think kind of like EDM-ish.
I'll play it on the way
I
home.
could get
I'll
down.
give it a shot. Look, I listen to everything. I'll throw it on the way home. This
Yeah.
is not though an album cover or a pick that would come across my timeline and be
Right.
like, holy shit.
No, you're gonna hate it at first.
Yes.
It grows on you.
I'll probably hate it the entire time, but whatever.
Is this a troll from our producers?
We'll find out.
Anyways.
I don't know. Either way,
It's easy because we're so young and fun.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Flirty.
Like, so
Very
young.
flirty.
And
Beautiful
fun.
cover girl.
32 years old. But he played for 4 hours drinking red wine, and they stopped serving because it was so late. Like, they just stopped serving. So he goes, hey, turn on the lights. Everybody turn on the lights. I want to see everybody who's left. And so they turn the lights, and it's half the fucking Forum, right? There's only half of us left. And he goes, everybody coming closer. I mean, he's fucking wasted at this point.
Sure.
Eddie Vedder's wasted, so we're all like, holy shit.
Love
I'm
it.
with Klain. It's just
Right.
the two of us, and I was like, yo, is this really going down? So all of us come in closer, and he goes, what happened? Why is nobody drinking? And it was like, well, they stopped serving, you know? And you could hear people's conversations. And he goes, oh, shit, how many bottles of red do we have left? So he goes back behind a speaker, has like 4 or 5 bottles worth of red wine left, and starts pouring it, goes into the audience at the Forum, no security, and starts pouring it into people's cups.
Love it.
And then he gets back on stage and he goes, what do you guys want to hear? And it was like, what? I mean, somebody screamed out Teenage Wasteland. Like, Bob O'Reilly. You know, like, holy shit. Somebody screamed out the Star Spangled Banner. So the guitarist just played a full rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. He just started playing covers, weird shit that people were screaming out. Like, he emptied all of the bottles of wine into just like strangers' cups. And it was the greatest thing. And like, I've always tried to go back and repeat that performance. Therefore, if they were there, I'd be like, all right, cool, man. I'll get the vax for that. But other than that, I can't really name a band. I mean, 'cause you and I see a lot of concerts.
Right. I think I would get the vax for like a Steve Martin Short.
Oh,
Kind
a
of.
banjo, like a duel off of a banjo.
No,
Man.
that duo, that show that they do. You guys all know that I love Martin Short, and Ross hates me for
I hate him. I hate him. By the way, since you brought it up, and we're proud of the Nooners, we love them. You guys have been all in on this. I'm actually just going to read this thread. It's a private Ross Patterson Revolution page. So this was posed by Matt Devlin. He was the one that proposed this. Since this is entirely an accident, I'll just read yours. And I'll out you too. So that way, if your shit sucks, people can fucking find you and say you're a terrible human.
Oh, no.
Brian Korpowski, old school homie, dude.
Yes.
Rage Against the Machine, Lala. He shortened it to Lala 2008.
From
That's a great one, man. I
Lollapalooza.
wanted to see them at Coachella this year, or this year. It got canceled.
Yeah.
Can't believe this year's still not over yet. Lloyd Burke, who was here.
Yes.
Lloyd, dude. Great
Lloyd.
dude. Hollywood Undead, small venue, only 400 people. That was his favorite show. Eric Tanzi. What's up, Tanzi?
What's up, Tanzi,
we're
man?
Tanzi man. We're Tanzi fans up in this bitch. Horse the Band or Flogging Molly.
Flogging Molly, I'd do. It'd be a fun show.
Alex Lawfery, I hope I'm saying that right.
You aren't.
Slipknot, probably not. But Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Wouldn't get the vax for Slipknot.
They
I love
throw
you,
an
Alex.
amazing concert. If you want to see a drummer
Maybe
who is
Guar.
strapped to a cage and will
Yeah.
be flipped upside down while drumming.
I
Yeah.
saw
It's
that.
pretty
with,
proficient,
It's called
yeah.
Motley Crue,
They
too.
have a guy that plays a keg with a bat. That's all he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, look, I'd give it a go. I'd strangle bait to it, but I wouldn't get a vax for it.
And
for
just
sure.
with the Guar
Guar.
pitch? I mean, you went to a Guar show? You got covered in
Yeah,
blood?
bro.
I mean, just
Did
say
you really?
it.
Yeah. I got the fucking cum on me and everything.
You weren't kidding. You were hardcore back in the
Oh,
day.
dude, I'm
SoCal.
metal. You guys know I'm a reformed dirtbag.
You
Yeah.
carried a butterfly knife, didn't you?
You what?
You carried a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Probably. Keith Ross, he's saying fish.
God.
Hey, man. I've been there. It's a blast. I understand it, but there's a lot of drugs. It's a blast, but it's a lot of drugs. And then, oddly enough, there was people underneath here. Volbeat, Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, all of them played the same venue, 2016 U.S. Bank Stadium. And there's 3 other people who were like, hey, man, I was at that show. Matt Bryant, Tom Brown, a bunch of people were at it. This is Tony Thiesings. Eric Ejets. Again, I'm fucking terrible at pronouncing names. BTNH. 2007 at the Rave in Milwaukee. He says it was around 500 people. Oh, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
I've never heard that shortened.
And I'm gonna be mad about it.
It's just Bone Thugs. That's what you shorten it as.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Eric,
bone.
I think you probably just miss your dog and your Uncle Charles. That's what I think there. Ty Johnson. Wake up. Ty Johnson said AC/DC, the Ball Breaker tour, Houston, 96. Holy shit. Yeah, I bet she was smoking hashish, you know?
Dude,
Old
the
school
news are
hashish.
just like so cool.
Mike Demo, Papa Roach and Trust Company, 2003.
Lord.
Whoa.
This is the
Heaven.
worst list of concerts I have
God.
ever heard.
Their best
Primus.
concerts.
How about a Primus for you?
Nick Edwards. This one I'm going to need some help with.
Someone just threw out corn.
I'm going to need some
No,
help with.
bro.
No. Nick Edwards said mine was Battlecross in 2015 at Reggie's in Chicago. Small venue. I don't know. Wait. He followed up with this. He said, I was at the stage and I was so close, I could feel the bass drum on my dong. And during their last song, the vocalist jumped off stage and meshed with us during the solo.
Moshed,
So
yeah.
He meant to say moshed. It probably auto-corrected to meshed, which means that he
Really-
often uses that word in real life, and is like, hey, coming over tonight, just bring the mesh.
Yeah.
Bring the mesh. Ethan Guerin, my absolute favorite was either Ghost or Whitechapel.
Lord in heaven, what's happening? Nickelback, Ted Nugent.
Paul Dose says Blink 182 and Lil Wayne. I know. I went to that
No.
actually. Yes, I went to that.
But that's the horriblest
Blink
version
is-
of both of them.
Blink is a nostalgic show.
Josh
for whatever
McClurg.
it's worth.
McClurg, dude, is Kid Rock. 5 times. Look, man, I've seen Kid Rock once. He opened up for the Stones. You were with me.
Yes.
He was incredible.
Yes.
Kid Rock is a great show, an absolute great show. Metallica. Somebody else, finally, Corey Roper. Shout out, dude. Pearl Jam at Wrigley Field.
Nice.
Tom Brown said that the Butthole Surfers.
yes.
Yes, please.
All right. AJ
Yes,
Gamble,
please.
Post Malone,
Yes.
2020, Newark, New Jersey. I was at the show the next night. You were with me for that one too. Madison Square Garden.
Oh, for what? What?
Post Malone.
Oh, yes.
It's a great show. Great
Great
show.
show.
He puts on amazing live shows. Shit. I would add him in there for the rematch too. If you wanted to do it, I would get the vax for the rematch and then to see him again.
Yes.
He's
Season
great
finale of
live.
season 1 of the show?
Hopefully. We'll see.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, not possible, but
No,
I
yeah,
hear
yeah.
ya.
Were you alive for that?
Oh, my Uber driver
You
told a
would
story about
have-
him.
How high are you right
Really?
now, Giorgio? Go ahead.
Not really at all.
Okay.
What was this?
the Maria's, the place across the street where I live, they said that Stevie Ray Vaughan used to buy dope there in that parking lot and
Oh
eat
yeah,
tacos.
There's
the
a statue here,
Continental
yeah.
here. He used to
Yeah.
pop in and play there all the time. Like, he is a Austin druggy local. for
Yeah.
sure.
AJ Gamble also said tied for second. Sarah McLachlan, 1996, the Humane Society benefit, cried the whole time. So
Lilith Fair.
A little
I'd
McGlocks.
risk it all for Lilith Fair.
a little McGlocks.
Stop doing that.
Grab your McGlocks. You know? You got to grab the McGlocks, brother. We got some sponsors who pay for this whole shit wagon to be on the air. Somebody said Chris Stapleton. We saw him last night at the CMAs, and God damn it, that
Holy
guy's.
shit.
I'd vax up for Chris Stapleton.
I'd vax up. It'd be the same kind of thing as Adele, right? Where like
Oh,
first
yeah,
note, I would just start crying without even wanting to.
Yeah. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros, Jabes.
Oh, yes.
First sponsor is paying for this. Paying for this to be on the air, live to the people. Finest mattresses in the land. If you're a member of the military, a first responder, a teacher, or work in the government, 30% off. And then finally, Ghost Bed. I think after I've raged for so long, being a dummy, a civ, civilian, civvy, a Honda Civic, they finally gave me that 30% off too, dude. All of us dum-dums get 30% off as well.
Limited time.
Limited time, and you get 2 free pillows when you get a mattress right now. Best in the biz. That Black Friday sale is coming up real quick, and, you know, I'm not going to say they're going to have something special, but they're going to have something special there. So go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Where, as always, they have a 36-month pay-as-you-go program at no interest at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. So get a mattress. If you're going to be inside, if you're in New York, you're going to be inside by 10 anyways.
You better
might
be
as well
comfy.
sleep in comforts. Hope that Biden party was worth it. Ya fucks. Next up, Jabes. Who do we got? I'm going to let you do this one.
Oh.
Go ahead. You
we going liquid?
Good.
Liquid IV. This is just a product that you guys need to know about. You know, right?
I'm drinking it.
You know about it. Everyone in the
drinking
company drinks it. Liquid IV, and especially right now. I hate to say especially right now, but it really is because it will hydrate you. You put it into your bottle. That bottle of water right there. If you are just drinking it by itself, hydrate you, kind of fine, whatever. If you put liquid IV in there, it's going to hydrate you 2 to 3 times more.
Right.
With one bottle. And then it also is going to have vitamin C, B, zinc, all these things that you need right now.
Yeah.
Actually, that people are saying that's going to prevent
I know.
all this stuff.
Look, I drink 1 packet of this every single day.
We love Liquid IV.
Big fan.
Here, if you go to liquidiv.com and enter promo code Broettes, you're going to get 25%.
25% off with the promo code Broettes. Jesse's other show. By the way, speaking of which, we got another show on the network. They got some dope shirts. American Party. Boom.
I love that.
This is a shirt.
Oh my gosh.
This is for you.
That's my size.
Yes, they got it for you. That's why I did it. I did it
Ooh,
on air. Thanks. So that's for you.
Thank you. Yeah, and it will help with hangovers and stuff.
Yes.
Because that's the other thing we're drinking right now.
Correct.
All of those.
Go to liquidiv.com. 25% off with the promo code Broettes on there. That is BROETTES. Broettes for 25% off.
And look, we're a network, so if a product is amazing and
it's across the network,
and
we're fans.
You know,
I
we use it everywhere. We just want to talk about it. We want you to know it. It's not a fucking secret anymore.
No, and I will say the one secret about it, because you can buy this in like Costco or Sam's Club.
Yes.
But if you want to get 25% off, go online. It's easier, and use the promo code Broettes for 25% off at liquidiv.com. Last but not least, as the sun rises, it dawns on him. It is here, December 8th. You can pre-order it now. It will be here in time for Christmas. So it's a great little stocking stuffer. Well, you can stuck her after you stuff her, I guess. Either way is proper, you know. You don't want to have her C3PO, the whole neighborhood.
Oh, the classic C3PO.
Yep. I know what that is now, by the way. Just taking so many dicks that your head's on a swivel like that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's really up for interpretation. But
really
I like
is.
I like your...
My definition is the best, I think. Because you do recharge the sword in there, you know, the lightsaber or whatever it is.
Oh, sure.
You can tell what a Star Wars freak I am.
Oh, yeah.
I get it tattooed on
you
all
know
my
all
ball
kinds
sack.
of stuff about it.
Go to Amazon. Get As the Sun Rises, It Dawns on Him. This one gets dark, which is great. And look, they don't let anyone write like this anymore. So we're going to release the paperback on the same day on December 8th in case the hardback gets banned like the last one. So they can go fuck themselves. There's nothing they can do about that. Sorry. It'll be at the door, down the chimney, and Santa's lap, and you can fuck yourself. So we're amped about that, and came in number 1 last week on pre-sales. I did knock Barack Obama off for one day, but that is legit. One day last week. I had one day where I was number 1 in the world on Amazon, at least. So sorry, Barry. You fuck. What did you do for the world? You were president for 8 years? I give gifts and treats to the people every day. You did nothing, Barry. You fuck. Where's this birth certificate? Kidding. I read a crazy story about Mike Tyson, by the way. Did you see this?
Yes, I saw it on TMZ. So Mike Tyson, because he has this podcast that I guess
is it Bite the Mic?
Hot Boxin'.
Oh, he had one called Bite the Mic.
Right. And he has been doing kind of podcasts for a while, but he was on Rogan and now people, just like everything, he's on Rogan and now people are trying to find his stuff. And so it's bigger now. And the crazy ass shit that he says on there becomes like a story every day, right? This is something that you had kind of heard about where he used a fake penis called the Wizinator.
No. So I had heard about like athletes doing this, right? The Wizinator, but I was curious as to whose urine it was, and it turned out he was using baby urine to pass drug tests. Yeah, which is amazing.
When he was boxing, right?
Yeah, when he was fighting, because he was smoking weed. By the way,
so it wasn't.
He wasn't doing steroids.
Okay,
he was smoking weed. And, he talks about it where there was one story where after he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear,
they thought that he was like
fucking
on something.
Yeah.
Raging out.
And so they asked him in an interview, they were like, what did you do afterwards? And he's like, well, I went back up to my hotel suite and I smoked a huge joint. And I was like, that's it?
Okay.
Yeah. Smoked a joint, got high, ate a bunch of food, and then went to bed, and that was it.
Right.
The part I love about that is like you just chewed off another man's ear, and the only thing you did that night was what every single American does in the world.
Just normal life.
Yep. You had a joint, you ate a meal, and then you went to sleep after biting a man's ear off. Amazing, right? But the Wizinator thing with the baby urine, whose baby was it? Was it his?
Yeah. So he doesn't say. He just kind of says that it was baby urine, but that leaves you with a lot of questions.
Yes, whose baby? If it's not his, whose baby is that?
How do you get baby urine?
Yeah.
But there's got to be, look. There's a place on the internet to find literally anything, right?
Yeah.
Tyson says it was his baby's urine.
Oh, he said, okay,
his
great.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob confirmed that.
He did harvest his own
you.
baby's
Look
urine.
at this. We're finally getting some proper answers here.
Thank you.
On time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Robert. Is it Rob or Robert?
I go by Rob.
Great. So you'll be Bob or Robert with us.
So
then,
you'll
obviously.
be Bob. Thank
you won't
so
actually
much.
get your name, Bob, but Hot Bob. Hot Bob, dude.
Bob.
Hot Bob. Appreciate it, Hot Bob. It was his own baby. That makes me feel a little more comfortable with this.
It shouldn't. Should actually be worse.
Nope. What if you went up to some kid on the street and said,
No, you don't
"Hi,
kid on the
hey,
street. I just thought.
Can you piss in this bottle for me? I got a fight tonight. Can you piss in this bottle for me?"
I don't know why it seemed more normal that he would have. There'd be some service.
No. I look, I've got a kid,
Uh-huh.
You don't, but I do.
Nope.
And
No. No.
look, I provided the seed, you provided the vessel for my seeds to come out into the world. I would have at 6. It depends on what age it is, right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, bud, can you just give me a little
Right.
And I think if you made a fun little game out of it, I think your child would do it at 6. Any other age, that's going to be real difficult. It's going to be real difficult.
To get it into the
And if it was somebody else's urine, then you got to coach that kid, and then it's just that's in a whole other territory of. I feel better that it's his own baby's urine now. Thank you, Hot Bob. Shit. If it was somebody else's, like, oh,
He said one time I was using my wife's urine, and my wife was like, "Baby, you better not hope that it comes back pregnant or something." And I said, "Nah. So we ain't gonna use you anymore. We're gonna use the kid." Was that a good Tyson?
It was a really good Tyson.
Spot on.
It was a really good Tyson.
You're welcome.
There's so many things with this whole fucking story to me.
It's just insane.
First
it's
of all-
insanity. Like, are we really taking what he said anyway.
We have met Mike Tyson in real life.
We have.
And he was so high that he would not stop shaking my hand.
Sure.
Wasn't-
With full eye contact. Yeah.
Just
For
full eye
a really
contact.
long time.
Directly. And by the way, this is the other part about this story is we were both sitting down next to each other behind a desk exactly like this. And just eye contact and whatever. You took the video.
Yes.
And we were trying to get him to come on the show. He was super high, but it was right before he was about to get into podcasting. And I was talking to his agent, and I was like, hey, man, obviously we'd kill to have Mike on the show, whatever, it'd be great. And he was just like, man, I don't know if you're going to get like 15 minutes out of him.
Right.
And so he eventually goes on and does podcasts, right? The first one I heard him on was Rogan. Mm-hmm. And Rogan, like Tom Segura was on that one. And it's hilarious because Tom Segura was like so busy that he was just like, I got to get out of here. And Rogan was like, I'm sorry, you got to, so just in the middle of, and he's like, yeah, man, I can only stay like an hour. And he's like, it is Mike Tyson, my man. And it's me. And he's just like, I know. And I got to go. Because my wife is so pissed that I'm here hanging out with Mike Tyson. And like, I got to go. I got to go to this, this thing with his wife. Right.
Okay.
So he did get up and leave. But the interview, Rogan usually goes 3 hours. This one only lasted like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Mike was high as shit. Rogan was high as shit. And the answers he was giving were very short and kind of, I know he did bring him back, but I'd have a hard time sitting through Mike's show. I'm a Mike Tyson fan, and he's a very nice guy in real life. But
very nice.
I don't know that I would want to listen to his podcast.
The guy that he was doing the podcast with was like, so does it look like an actual penis? And he said, yeah, hell yeah. I had a brown one. Of course you did.
Yeah, you can't get a white one.
It's pretty debatable.
Yeah.
I got the dicks up on the screen here.
Oh, you have the dicks.
I found them. I'll send them to
We probably can't post that on the screen.
Yeah,
Probably not. But you can, you know.
What color do you think it is?
I mean, there's a jet black one, like Dan's truck black.
Like Jaimin Hansu?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's and
No,
then
like
there's
a dildo
then there's
color.
there's Latino skin tone, tan skin tone, white skin tone, but they're all really, really plastic. As in, like, there's a glare.
Correct.
Oh, like
well,
it doesn't
and they have to
look
be. So
real.
it goes in. You tuck it in your underpants, right? There was a spring break that we went on to Mexico, and lemons were big at the time for a couple friends of mine. I did not dabble in that world. That was a little too much for me. If you've seen Wolf of Wall Street, that's
the lemons.
That's what DiCaprio was taking, right? And so to get him into the country, because they were real legal at that point, it's like old school Quaaludes. They were horse tranquilizers, essentially. He had to have a cock sock. And so when he picked out the cock, because he had to wear it on his person and then put his penis inside of it, so it was the whole thing. But it was hollowed out so that drugs and pills could go around the sides, and there was like built-in things for it. But it was all cotton, so that way he could get through the things. It was pre 9/11, obviously, so we didn't have those scanners. But the joke was, which actually didn't turn out to be a joke, is how big, what color, what do you get the penis, right?
Sure.
Because you are carrying copious amounts of illegal drugs into another country. That if they caught you, you'd be some serious jail time. Like, I wanted nothing to do with any of that, obviously. So I was just like, hey, man, if you're down to do it, like, congratulations, but just want to give you the heads up on it. He's like, I don't know. I got the cock sock. Pulls down his pants right in front of me. Boom. Blasts me with that cock sock over the dick. And I was like, oh, shit. All right. Yeah, you might get away with this.
Yeah, was it passable?
Yeah, it worked. It worked. So we got into the country. I'll complete this story, too. I'm not going to say what he does because he's got a high-powered position now in the workforce. You've never met him. But
I think I know his name, though.
Maybe. No, not this one, maybe. Either way. Takes the lemons first night there, and we don't see him after the whatever club we were at in Cancun. And I was just like, man, what happened to so-and-so, whatever? And I was like, I don't know. Nobody's seen him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Go back to the hotel room. He was so fucked up that he walked through the sliding glass door. He was a rather large man, was also on steroids at the time.
Okay.
Walked directly through.
Not like, oh, I bumped my head
Nope.
and fell down. No, I kept walking and broke the glass and walked all the way through it.
Correct. And at
Nice.
some point, he must have stopped because he was passed out on the balcony on the glass, lying on the porch, and that was it. Like shards and all of the things and all of him. And here's the thing, like we're at this point we're fucked up, like just drinking, normal night of drinking, right? Go back and we're like, dude, I don't want to move. I don't feel comfortable moving him at night because I can't see all the glass that's out there.
Right.
So he woke up. I went to my room and whatever, man. The only thing I know is he woke up and he was like, who threw me out a fucking window last night?
No.
Barah. You walked out that door on your own, on steroids and on a full lemon. It did take down the horse. Like it was a horse tranquilizer moment. Took down the horse. But the rest of the trip, the journey for him was shards of glass, cuts on his face. Like he was that guy on spring break who was still hitting on girls, like all cut up, and every girl was just like, no, you look like you were in a car accident.
You're at the end of your trip already.
You're already at the end, dude. We just started. We're all good with whatever that is.
You need to go night-night.
Yeah. Same guy, by the way, 3 days later, decided it would be great to go back on another lemon. Got on stage for a hot body contest, fully buck naked. And when you're on that amount of steroids, very, very tiny penis on him. And the laughter and the things, like, luckily there was no camera phones or whatever, but he was it was like Gronk. It was like trying to move Gronk, right? At this point. Security could not physically remove him from the stage, so they asked us to intervene from the audience. We had to get up on stage and drag him off completely buck naked as he held his weenus like a tiny child.
I don't know. He sounds fun.
He is fun. And look, he has, when we get off air, the second we get off air and I tell you what he does now in real life, you'll be like, oh my God, that's the best job in the world. And he's the best.
Okay.
Like, it will all make sense. I'll just do this. That's all. But whatever, man. I know.
Sure.
Maybe that story can't wait for 10 minutes. Maybe that's why I've got to give you finger flashes about things, you know?
Because what?
Because that's what it pertains to. That's all. If you don't know, you don't know then.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
I'll tell you afterwards, James.
It's fine. I'll wait.
On the way here, Jables was trying to get me to write a check for $6,000 for the Bachelor Mansion, so her and her friends can watch that and do a live stream. Is that what you want to do? Is a live stream from the Bachelor? I
thought we could all just
house?
go as a company and do premium content. Dirty Dan's into it. Might have been his idea.
Look, it's not. I'm into it, right? $6,000 for that place for the night's a little much. If they would let you shoot in it, maybe. But then you got to fly to LA, and that place is a hellhole right now. You know.
Yeah.
COVID-wise. You know that's why they're not in the mansion is because of COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
They had to go to the Waldorf La Quinta.
Yeah.
Which
in Palm Springs.
Yeah. Stayed there.
But I'm just saying the mansion is an Airbnb now.
It'd be a great story. We tried to rent out the minor league baseball field. Did you guys hear about that one? The minor league baseball field. They let you rent out the entire minor league baseball field. Dan and I tried to do that, but that was only $1,500.
Dell Diamond?
No, it was in Florida.
Oh,
that was
gorgeous
only
park.
$1,500.
That was it for the nights. So, you know, we were gonna do it and be like, hey, let's fucking rock. And you could bring like I think 10 people or something like that. Because of COVID, minor league baseball got shut down. So I was like, all right, cool, man.
Yeah.
$6,000 a night for the bachelor house, huh?
It's huge though.
It is. It's not the size of it. It's just, you know, what else are you gonna do with that during COVID in LA? That's hard.
Right.
Orgy?
Yeah, yes, you could have an orgy there, but most of them, I will say this, the Airbnbs are hip to shooting in LA. They've all got rings now, and like, remember the last trip we took and we were bringing in all the camera equipment for the shows and shit? We got a call like 2 minutes later, and they were like, hey,
so
you guys are production? You guys filming porn? What are you doing there? And I was
right.
like, nope, we're still photographers who need big tripods for all of our stills when we do stuff.
Right.
With other people.
Yeah.
We need these camera shooters. But I think they would know at the back. I wonder if you could shoot there. Because I think they would know and be like, hey, man, you guys. If they were into
what
it,
do they
maybe.
Care?
$6,000, those. Ugh, that's rough. It'd be a once in a lifetime experience.
It would.
Yeah. If you could, we had a Colton Underwood on the show. If you could have one bachelorette to watch with you. Because if we're going to do it, let's do it. Most of those people are on Cameo. We could hit one of them up. Who's your dude and or lady then?
Chris. and the guy.
You want Chris Harrison?
No, Chris.
Fuck with me, Claire. Won't you fuck with me, Claire?
I mean, that would be awesome.
Be rad.
But I would say Chris and then like Victoria F because they're kind of dating or were.
Victoria F. Is that the hot one with the black hair?
From Pete's season.
Was she the one that was fucking the country musician?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they're like sort of they were hooking
Who's
up.
Chris?
The guy that killed that.
Oh, the
dude
murderer.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Right. The
you know
farmer
my love of
dude.
murder.
But he can party. She'd be
well,
crazy. Ugh.
Can he party? He fucking murdered somebody last time he partied. And that happens when you party.
Yeah, I mean, the question is maybe not if he can, but he does.
Yeah.
Right?
If you don't know that story, by the way, it was a dude was from what, Iowa?
Yes.
And he was having a few beers, a few sippers, a few road dogs on the way home on the backcountry roads of Iowa and hits a tractor, an old man in a tractor. And I think the guy was like 78 years old.
Yeah. And
he was super fucking old and he died.
Left the scene.
Well, no. Here's what he did.
Okay.
So hit this tractor from behind. It flipped over into a ditch. Old man dies. He does feel bad about it. But
yes.
what he does is he drives home, calls the police and the ambulance and all that shit, and just says, hey, man, I hit this guy and blah, 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 blah. And then was hiding inside of his own house so that way when they got there to take the breathalyzer, it would be a couple hours later and he would be below the limit, which was a very, very smart move on his part. And I think he only got, what, a year in jail?
Yeah. He got a misdemeanor charge, so I don't even
You get a misdemeanor for murder?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Because he had like an explanation and good lawyer for why he left and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, he got a misdemeanor charge for that.
He raged, though.
He got a suspended prison sentence of 2 years, so I don't think he actually did any.
He didn't do any fucking time?
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Hot Bob, dude, with the facts today. I like it. It's fine. We get some fucking answers today.
We really do.
I enjoy it. So he was probably on one of those house arrests with the anklet on, right? 2 years? Yeah. That's usually what it is, man. You can't leave the house. There was another dude in the NFL, Dante Stallworth, who did the same thing, and I think he was like a year suspended sentence on a thing or whatever. That motherfucker hit me up on Twitter one time after something I said on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Trying to preach at me about something, and I was like, and I just wrote him back. I was like, "You fucking murdered a dude. Like, you're gonna come at me with facts about shit? Like, bruh, you're not Blair. You don't need to drop the fucking facts of life on me. Like, you're the worst fucking person I should be listening to." And he was not happy with it.
I'm sure not.
Yeah,
but I think it's probation. Is that right, Bob?
Yeah, he was on house arrest. He also got 2 years of probation.
Yeah,
and then
he's now serving 2 years probation.
Yeah.
So whatevs.
All
So
right,
anyways,
well,
I think it'd be a good time.
that'd be a blast. Victoria F gets down.
Yeah. She'd be fun, dry,
Yes. Dry?
humor.
Oh, dry humor. I was like, no, she'd be wet. And I mean, like, drinking-wise, she would be tossing them back. That is not a dry county she lives in. That is constantly wet. Take that for both meanings on that one.
Sure.
That girl fucks and parties.
Right.
Let's be real with it.
Sure.
How many dudes did she fuck on that show?
Remember
the woman came up at the end of the show and she was like,
"Oh, that's right.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
She's been ruining
every time they
relationships all over town.
Yeah, every
Fucking
time they went
dudes."
for a date, someone would come up to her
and be like, "Hey,
that
man,
had sex with her before."
Yeah, and I was like,
dang, I can't fucking go anywhere.
Nope. And I think they were in like Virginia Beach too. It was
Yeah.
just like, kind of a party town, resort town, that type of sitch where she was just boning a bunch of dudes. Don't date anybody from a resort town. Like, that's never going to work out.
Right.
Bunch of vacationers rolling through town, just plowing your fucking, Whenever I meet somebody and they're like, "Oh, this is my wife. Where are they from?" "Oh, they're from Panama City." Whoopsies.
Hey-o.
Looks like they've played every hole on that course multiple times. Yeah. I never... True story about my buddy who was dating somebody from Panama City or whatever, and he goes, "Yeah, man, it was the weirdest thing. I was hooking up with her, and she had a huge bite mark on her tit, on her left tit, and it was permanent." And I was like, "Did you ask any questions about that, or did you just let that go? Or what? Did you just chalk it up to Panama City? Right. What did you do there on that one?" And he let it go. It got to him after about 6 months, though. You know, imagine seeing like somebody you care about deeply, might be possibly considering marrying, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, there's a dude's bite mark right on your tit there. What night was that, and what were you guys on? You know?
Right.
Robert Winters says, what about Jimmy Tree Legs? Jimmy Tree Legs is coming out. Just at Pine Cone Day.
Yep.
December 16th.
December 16th, Pine Cone Day.
Pine Cone Day, brother.
Cannot wait. I'm not sure what
maybe I'll call
CDC regulations will be for Pine Cone Day, but we will obviously follow them.
Maybe I'll call Led by Iron and try to get some Pine Cone Day t-shirts made real quick. That would be
Guys,
rad.
would you want
Yeah.
Jimmy Tree Legs?
Hit us up in the comments section. Let us know if you want some Jimmy Tree Legs Pine Cone Day t-shirts. We can make them fun and flirty.
Fun and flirty.
Butter soft tees. Dude, Led by Iron just, fuck, man. They do our specialty shirts.
Yeah.
Like, real quick. I love those guys over there. Promo code Revolution at their site, by the way, for 20% off. I think they're still selling the Summer Swayze shirts. Everybody ask about those. They're still on their site. Man, they just keep asking me about those. So maybe we'll come up with a sweet, sweet Pine Cone Day shirt for you guys. And then December 16th, obviously, is Jimmy Tree Legs Day. You had it last year, though, with my Pine Cone stories.
What do you mean?
I think I went a full 42 minutes with just Pine Cone stories.
Yes.
And you were like, okay, ready to move on. And I was not
And
ready
you
to
were
move
not
on.
moving on.
No, not at all.
You were not moving on.
Not at all.
Can we be done with cruises, or is this going to be just on a final thought, if it's okay?
We can.
Some people had to get on the first cruise. The first cruise to set sail. We fixed it. Safety precautions in place.
No
Don't
COVID.
worry, guys. You're getting tested. We're in a bubble. All the things.
Yep. And then what happened?
And then
Day one happened, and 2 people have tested for COVID. You're all stranded
on
at sea.
the cruise.
Yeah.
And who are the people that have to
Cruise.
get on that first fucking cruise?
I got a cruise.
By the way,
I got a cruise, baby.
I just got a cruise, man.
Got a cruise.
I won't go to restaurants. My kids will stay home on Zoom, but I have
to
cruise.
I got a cruise. So when I saw this, because you and I talked about it, and I was like, hey, man, the first cruises are set in sail. What was that, a month ago or something like that? And I was like, they just announced it. And I go, what would it take to get you on a cruise ship right now?
No.
And you said
And
not
no,
one.
no.
No dollar amount there is.
No dollar amount. I've been on my first and last cruise already. It was great. You guys, I saw a lot of you there. Hope to see you on land somewhere else, but I will never do a cruise again. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like the first guy gets on, and he's on board with his phone going, hey guys, day 2, I'm stuck on the cruise. We did take 2 COVID tests before we get on. I don't understand what happened. You got on a fucking cruise, dude, in the middle of COVID. Like, what did you expect? Now
It takes some fucking balls to get on a cruise.
Real set of brass
now
between your legs on that one.
Talk to those people on the cruise.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
Talk to them.
See what they are thinking, because they're either totally delusional, they don't care,
or they didn't go full term. If their eyes are too close together, that's probably why the decision was made.
I don't know. I don't love a cruise. I never have.
You never have, never will. And nobody's ever going to accuse you of that. But now these people are going to be stranded for 2 months at sea.
But finally, the world was on my side with cruises.
Yeah, you
right?
won today.
We finally got to a point where it was like, hey,
Yep.
remember the beginning of this whole thing where people were stuck on a cruise ship like
For 3 months?
For 3 months?
Yeah.
Remember that? Okay, guys, can we all be done with cruises? Everyone was like, yeah, I think we're done. I'm like, great.
Nope.
Here we go again.
Not a prayer, hombre. They're back on the cruise. Back on the cruise. As soon as I heard that captain's voice, that shitty captain's voice that you hear throughout cruise ships too, who came on, he goes, if everybody could return to your cabin, that would be great. If everybody returned to your cabin. I was like, why don't you just say what you really want to say there?
Oh, my God. I would.
You're returning to your cabin for the next 3 months of your fucking life. The only thing you're going to see is whatever that port is, and you're going to be about 60 yards away from it. You're going to think about jumping. I would recommend it. Now is the points where you look at your ticket and you say, I'm glad I'm poor. Hopefully you're on a lower level, right?
Yeah.
And then you can jump off and be like, all right, cool.
Sure.
The Richies up there, up top on the Lido deck, brother, they can't jump. You're going to die. It's too high. So you got to go down to the lower one. Please return to your ship. Oh, everybody's got COVID. You're all going to die. Be stuck here for 3 months. Not one fucking prayer, dude.
Do you know what they call cruise lovers? People that just like have to go.
Cruisers.
Shipheads.
No, that's not true. Shipheads. Come on, dude. Watch
You
that.
fucking
Watch that
shiphead.
bullshit. I don't need that ship in my life.
Welcome to the ship show.
Yeah, that's a pile of dog ship. Is what you just gave me on that one, Javes. I did believe stick piles.
That wasn't nice.
I did believe stick piles last night.
That wasn't nice.
I fell for stick piles last night.
Okay.
So I like the figs though better.
Stick figs.
Stick figs. Big fan of that. Big fan of you, James. It's Little Friday, so we're out of here today. Go to iTunes, subscribe to the show, obviously, and leave a 5-star review and a quick little one-liner. Just a little one-liner review. That's what helps move us up the charts. It's not the fucking millions of listeners. It really isn't. It's these stupid reviews on iTunes. So, and know that I've already put my order in for that fucking computer. So, the monkey will be locked into the system here pretty goddamn soon. But go to iTunes right now. Don't do anything else. I don't care if you're in a car. I don't care if you're dumping out. I don't care if you've got a UTI. I don't care if you're a heavy bleeder and you're in the middle of menstruation right now. Open up your phone and just leave a quick 5-star in a review, and you're good. Then you can keep bleeding. Okay, you can keep bleeding, the heavy bleeding. What are the big pads called, Japes?
Huh?
For periods, what are the big pads called?
It's the big tampons are called supers.
Supers, yeah. Put the super in afterwards. All right, leave a 5-star in a review. I know they're probably on a toilet right now, going, "Oh my God, I was not. This is a little sooner than I thought, and it's a heavy flow down there. Where's my supers?" And you have your iPhone in your other hand. Leave a 5-star and a quick review before you use a super. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Before you bleed out, just leave a 5-star and a quick review. That'll move us on up the charts. That way, Jessie, when everybody sees us at the top of the charts, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" And that's for our supers out there. You know, that's what our fans are called, our supers. So just stop the bleeding for a moment and leave a quick one. Okay, it'll clot up eventually. Have I taken it too far, or should I keep going, James?
Keep going.
What I'm saying to you is this, okay? The Red River shootouts. Typically, it's Oklahoma versus Texas, but right now it's probably happening inside your toilet. Wait. Leave a quick review and a 5-star on iTunes for the show for Ross Patterson Revolution, and then bleed out. Then you can let it flow like red wine, all right? I will be your Jesus. I will turn your super into wine. No, just a piece of bread into wine. Won't do that anymore. The look I'm getting from Jessie Wiseman will absolutely kill a man. And I want to see you guys on Monday. I want to see all my supers in here on the boards. Get that blood diaper, baby. Put a little blood. Dipe up. But leave a review on iTunes, obviously. Took it too far today a little bit. Took it a little bit too far today. Sorry about that. Go to iTunes. Leave a quick review. And then keep bleeding afterwards.
Oh,
Obviously,
God.
no, I'm sorry. No, we're gonna get out of here now. I'm pulling out the knife. The show is over. For Ross Patterson and Jessie Wiseman, aka the Jables. This is the Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Be back.
Oh.